has it been, like 9 months? I have uploaded a YouTube video once every year for the last 7 years saying that I'm going to be consistent. If you're new here and you don't know, hey, my name is Key. I've been a full-time content creator for 2 years. My biggest platform is Instagram. So since you clicked on this video for health and nutrition, recently I posted a reel on Instagram talking about colon cancer awareness. I don't have colon cancer. I touched on the dangers of the American diet and how the average diet is totally hazardous. I asked you guys if you wanted me to talk about it more, and I got a lot of positive feedback. A lot of people want to do better for themselves, but they don't really know where to start. Disclaimer, I have always told myself to stay away from what I eat in a day because I realize how toxic they can be. Maybe if discussing eating habits is a trigger, I wouldn't watch this video. I'm gonna go in depth for why I eat the things that I eat, but I've been seeing a lot of people post like they're healthy, what they eat in a day, and they get comments talking about like, you have an eating disorder, it's not enough food. I'm just gonna say it right now, I better not see one of those comments here. If I were truly promoting something unhealthy, I wouldn't be making this video. I have regular eating habits. I eat 3 meals a day, snacks. I'm very happy with my eating habits. I'm very comfortable in my body, so I don't need anyone in my comment section dictating that for me. Let's get into it. Good morning, welcome to breakfast. First meal of the day, serving it up Gary's way. I'm gonna ask you a question. What is the first thing you do when you get up in the morning? You probably go get your coffee, right? If you know me, you know I love coffee, but recently with my symptoms, I cannot drink coffee anymore. But my partner drinks it every morning. We only get one specific brand of coffee. It's Purity Coffee. They have ground coffee, coffee beans. So you know how coffee makes you have to go to the bathroom, like either way, like really bad. Coffee is not supposed to make you do that. Most coffee beans are handled so poorly and they're moldy. Like the coffee beans have mold in them. So when you drink this moldy coffee, your body is like, what is this? I need to get it out, and that's why you have to go to the bathroom so frequently when you drink it. And that is not a good state for your body to be in every day, especially in the morning, and definitely leads to worse problems later down the road. Purity Coffee is the only like pure brand of coffee, but they don't use preservatives, no GMOs, and no mold in their coffee. I hate bitter coffee. I used to really love putting oat milk in my coffee, but oat milk spikes your blood sugar. But I drink almond milk. This is the brand I get. This is how you know it's good. Of course, this is almond milk, so it's dairy free, no added gums or emulsifiers, and non-GMO. No catch to it. To add a sweetness to my coffee, I have this raw organic agave. I don't recommend this one. This is the only one that was on the shelf the day I went grocery shopping. 365 is like totally greenwashed. Honey is fine. I believe this has a lower glycemic index than honey. That's what I recommend for coffee. If you drink it, I can't. So if I don't start my day off with coffee, what do? I make some water. What do you mean, make some water? The way our water is processed, all of the minerals get sucked out of it. I have my glass of water. I try to prioritize drinking out of glass instead of plastic. I either put a pinch of Celtic salt into the water. It's from the brand Black, and it's fulvic mineral drops, so basically optimizes your hydration. You put a couple of drops into your water and you have all the minerals you need. And then for taste, I cut a lemon, and then I have my lemon mineral water. Before I put any food in my stomach though, I take a spoonful of the Coconut Cult probiotic yogurt. Bottoms up. Breakfast is served. I have avocado toast and almond butter and banana toast. The quality of the ingredients is what makes this important. So let's start with the base, the bread. This is the only bread I will eat. This is Good Life bread. They have so many delicious breads. They keep it in the frozen section because that's how fresh it is. If you leave this out, it will go bad so fast. And that's how it should be. I love all of their breads because their bread is not just bread. It's sprouted grain bread. This one has wheat, barley, beans, lentils, millet, and spelt. Incredible. The purpose of my meals is to prioritize fiber, because the thing about diet culture, I feel like they're prioritizing protein and like not putting any emphasis on fiber whatsoever. Protein is important, but you need to push that fiber, especially if you're eating food from a country like America. The reason why I eat only this bread is because all other bread is contaminated. My favorite word is glyphosate. Glyphosate is literally Roundup weed killer. You spray it on your grass and it kills weeds. We are ingesting that. All of our grain is is contaminated. And also a lot of breads have bleached flour. There's just so many reasons, like emulsifiers, gums, like it's crazy. So this is the only clean bread I can find. On top of it, organic avocado, only organic produce. I wash it super well when I buy it. Then with the avocado, I mix in a squeeze of lemon, olive oil. Of course, I add a bit of Celtic salt and also turmeric. This is great. Antioxidants, anti-cancer purposes, but your body absorbs it best when it's paired with a fat. So avocado is healthy fat. I mix turmeric into this, great pair. Now for this side, I have a ridiculous sweet tooth. So on top of the bread, I use this big spoon almond butter. This is super clean almond butter. I normally get their toasted coconut one, but they were out. And then on top of the almond butter, I do cinnamon, super healthy for you, and then cardamom. Then of course the banana. I really try to keep my sugar intake nearly zero. But that is my breakfast, and I'll see you at lunch or snack time, whichever one comes first. Snack time came first. Something that I used to really love is sour candy. I don't eat candy anymore, but I just take a green apple, cut a lime, and squeeze the lime. I know there's probably a lot of people watching this and being like, this girl has lost her mind. She's way over into the deep end. I've been told by people, and I used to believe this, that like so many people can live their life eating all these horrible things and nothing happens to them. And that's true. But one thing I point out when people say that is the rate, for example, colon cancer has, in the last 25 years, it has doubled. And honestly, that's enough for me to take a step back and be like, okay, do I really need these things with all these additives? Can I live without it? And the answer is yes. It's not worth it. And people also say, well, you know, like you'll get these diseases when you're 70. No, like that's not the case anymore. People are getting these diseases at 20. People deny how toxic it is, but it's worse than we think. The increase in these cancers says everything we need to know. And to be someone who is like developing really concerning symptoms, that's requiring me to get an endoscopy at the end of April. And if that comes back inconclusive, like I'm gonna go demand a colonoscopy. Also, another thing I feel like I might get asked, and this gets a little personal, I mentioned that I grew up with a raw vegan chef or a father who is educated on all these things. So how could I be someone who is worried about having cancer? Like, how is that so? And that's a totally valid question. There are some personal things that I can't talk about until like everyone in my family is dead, you know? So keeping it vague, yes, my father was a raw vegan chef 10 years of my life. My mom, on the other hand, was raised in the traditional American household, not really second guessing what's in the food. So I have a raw vegan chef for a father, and then a mother who grew up in a household where things like that were not thought about. Well, my parents divorced, and I spent majority of my life living under my mother's roof. I remember when I'd be with my dad, and he's running a gourmet raw food vegan restaurant. He's helping people, helping them relieve some of their symptoms through food, and he would educate me on the danger of all these things that I was consuming while I was with my mother. You can probably pick up on the sort of tension that this would cause. 8 years old, I'm like looking at a box for BHT because I'm told that it's no good. I'm like, they wouldn't do that to children. Oh yes, they would. But when I'd go to my mom's house, it was downplayed. And it was like, people eat this stuff all the time, you know, like that sort of mindset. And that is a very dangerous mindset. And so I was in between these two worlds, and I felt really confused. So of course I grew up not paying any mind to it. And here I am now, an adult. I've paid my mind to it. I've learned, I've educated myself. I've had no other external sources telling me what's right and what's wrong. I could educate myself and research it all for myself. And obviously I've come to the conclusion, I mean, of course my dad was totally right. Like, he's not gonna lie about it, but it's also no one's fault. For example, my mom's side of the family, it's no one's fault that they were unaware. Like, these things are hidden from us. Like they say, they want to keep us sick, and that's totally true. So that's a little bit of an explanation for why I'm getting checked, and it's because I was raised on the diet that causes these cancers, these concerning symptoms. This is the last thing I'm going to say. I don't want to fearmonger. I don't want to help people that don't want to be helped. I don't want everyone to think that they do need help. I'm just here to educate people who have opened their eyes to it and they want to learn more. Okay, it's officially lunchtime. This is what my plate looks like. Majority of my meals are plant-based. That's just the way I roll. I literally tried this out last week. They're chickpea tacos. I just toasted a bunch of chickpeas and threw it on a tortilla with a bunch of other stuff and loved it. To break it down, most tortillas are quite dangerous. It does have avocado oil, but other than that, they're really nice compared to all of the other options in the store, which have all those additives. So that's the tortilla, and then under all of this is smeared avocado on the tortilla, then lettuce, chickpeas, Dijon mustard, and then I have carrots on the side. I remember I told you that I normally wake up craving something sweet. Natalie's orange juice, some of the freshest orange juice I've ever seen in a store. Really great, no preservatives, a one ingredient. I drink this sometimes, not every day. So I'm gonna eat this and then I'll see you at dinner. Made it to dinner time. It's actually like 20 minutes after I finished eating lunch, so it's not dinner time yet, but I wanted to get ahead of the video and discuss the ingredients. I'm still going to show you what I ate for dinner today. I'm going to put a clip in, but discussing it is the most important part. All of the meals I've eaten today have been vegan, plant-based up until this point, but dinner is the only meal I will eat meat sometimes. I don't eat meat more than 2 or 3 times a week. The chokehold that the carnivore diet has on society is, in my personal opinion, is a little out of hand. The quality of the meat is not good. Nearly every chicken, cow, pig, 9 times out of 10, you're eating an animal that was diseased. There's a TikTok recently, they were eating a chicken leg and they flipped out because it was like infection like in their chicken wing. That's disgusting and that shouldn't be happening. They just forgot to cut that part of the chicken off. They were gonna feed that chicken, that exact chicken, to you anyway, and that just happened to slide through the process somehow. I will not eat chicken or pork. I mainly only eat bison, occasionally beef. If I eat chicken, it's because I bought a very specific chicken, but I wanted to talk to you about the meat that I do buy. This is the brand I buy, Force of Nature. I buy their ground bison. It just comes down to personal preference. I eat a lot of tofu at dinner time, but tonight we're having bison. So why bison aside from ground beef, pork, fish, chicken? Nutrient composition of bison is significantly better compared to all of the other meats. It is still red meat. I will say eating red meat in a large amount is still not a good idea. But for research purposes, bison compared to beef, pork, chicken, and salmon specifically, and also plant-based alternatives like Beyond Burger. You will not catch me eating an Impossible Burger, Beyond Burger. Those are riddled with chemicals. I do not eat substitute meat other than tofu. So with bison compared to all of the other meat options, it is the lowest in calories, the same across the board in carbohydrates, except for Beyond Burger, which is up there. Second lowest in fat, which chicken is going to be the most lean. Cholesterol is the lowest for bison. Protein, bison is second highest. It's off by 1 gram. Lowest in sodium and highest in iron. So if any of you girlies have iron deficiencies, this could be a good option. So when I do make bison, I either make quinoa or rice with it. I do quinoa more often because it's higher in fiber. This is the brand of quinoa I get. It's Ancient Harvest. And then for the bison, I'll just brown some onions, garlic, and I'll cook the bison in it. Do whatever seasonings I'm feeling. And then on the side, I'll do mixed vegetables. I'll choose one vegetable. Today I'm gonna do broccolini, but I'll always do one sort of vegetable on the side. And that's what I eat in a day. And now we're back where we started. I just want to express how much it means to me if you made it to this point in the video. I probably should have said this at the beginning, but if this is your first time seeing my face, my channel isn't going to be only about nutrition. There's more aspects to my life that I want to share. So again, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!